Welcome Saturday Night Online. Miss Katy Perry is in
Thank you
the
very
studio.
much. Feels good.
My love, it's always an honor, a pleasure to chat with you.
We've been through so much together.
Yeah, I would say I consider you a friend.
I would say that too.
And it's so cool
What's
to
your name
watch. No, my God,
I'm just kidding.
You put me on blast. You can follow me on Twitter. That would help. At
What is your
Maxwell's
Twitter name?
house. Maxwell's house.
Oh wow!
While I'm blushing.
I thought for sure the coffee company would have
No,
that one.
I own that. I got that.
God,
I want to talk about Twitter because last night I put out a tweet. Actually, it was the very first time that I heard Roar. I put out a tweet. And I want to kind of not verbatim read back what I wrote to you, but I basically said, you pretty much suck at writing songs that are not good. You have like 179 billion hits.
Oh, that's a very nice compliment.
It's so awesome to watch you put yourself into all this music and to come out with so many success stories. When you do that, when you go in the studio, how does it feel for you to know that you're going in there working your butt off and that so many fans are gravitating towards what it is that you're doing?
I think if I just continue to connect with the first reasonings why I wanted to be a musician and the reason why I thought that I had a place in music, which was because I felt like I was bringing an honest perspective. I was bringing a different perspective. I think if I can continue to remind myself of that, then that will always serve me well. Mm-hmm. And I just like to, I kind of, it's not like I'm trying to be relatable. I just am trying just to be me, and somehow that works. And I dig deep for important subjects. And this subject for Roar was about how it was important for me to stand up for myself finally. Because it's not a song about anyone else. It's about me getting in my own way. Yeah. You know, and sometimes that can be your biggest thing. That's your biggest person.
Yeah, as a singer-songwriter, is it difficult to challenge yourself, you know, and when you have so many other people who are telling you a direction to go in, you know, this is what it is that we expect of you.
Nobody really actually tells me, and the good thing is that my team trusts me. I'm pretty lucky, but I know that I've earned some of the respect and the trust. But my team kind of just let me go, and I went and I said, I want to work with these people. I want to go to Stockholm. I want to go back to Santa Barbara, which is my hometown, and just, you know, go there and kind of hibernate and slow cook some songs. And you know, I did a lot of work on myself. It was a time of, I started in November of last year, and it was a time of self-reflection. A lot of things were changing in my life and evolving, and you know, I had been through so many ups and so many downs. Like, for instance, you know, I wanted to call the record for a minute adult reality, which is like the sister to Teenage Dream, because I felt for a long time I was like, oh, I was on this high horse, this cotton candy cloud, and then I got punched in the face. And then these are the songs about getting punched in the face and kind of like dusting yourself up. You know, it's a little bit like how Wide Awake was the real first segue into this new kind of part. Like
you're saying, like a new era for you. I mean, and I think that's all visible with the teaser. Yeah. You're taking the wig and you're like getting rid of the blue. You know what I mean? You're really just getting down to the you know, the bee's knees of it all. And
I'm just trying to make the point that there's a new change coming, a new thing. And sometimes I understand that people are a little bit hesitant with change, but I can promise you, I think you're gonna like it.
And how do you feel to be one of those few artists who have the fans who allow you to change? Because sometimes there are a lot of people who kind of maybe are stuck going down a particular road, and it's hard for them to get off of that lane and to go in the direction creatively that they're growing into. But now you've got so many people looking forward to this.
I've always had a really clear one-on-one connection with the people that kind of you know, like me. It's hard. Sometimes I do have a problem calling them my fans because it's just like, we're the same. I was once your age. Yeah. I get it.
So
I know where you are.
You're my homies.
Yeah, exactly. You're my homies.
Let's go with that.
But like, whenever I go out, they know I'm absolutely approachable. There's never... if I have the time, I make the time. If I'm working, I'm very available, and there's no disconnect. There's always a connection.
Now, here's an amazing question here from a fan of ours. She wants to know, what do you find most important from all the positive feedback? Like how is it that you are able to connect and see this positive feedback and really still continue to thrive off of it, and you know really just continue to grow for your fans? I mean, is it difficult to see so many positives and continue to try to live up to their expectations?
Is it difficult to see so much positivity?
Well, there's a lot to live up to.
Well, I know that the bar is high, and I know that other people are playing at a high level as well. And And I think it's healthy for all of us, other artists and my peers, to bring it so that we kind of push each other in a way. It's exciting for music like that.
Speaking of which, you and your girl Gaga unfortunately had to go through some crap with people leaking music before it was supposed to happen. But then the camaraderie on Twitter is so awesome.
It was very cool. And I think it was nice because I think that it was nice to see the fan groups come together.
Yes.
And really, it's about the music. And there is no top with music. When we go for a run or we go out dancing, nobody hears just one song on replay.
Right.
It's a playlist.
But I will say, Roar is going to be on replay on a lot of people's iPods.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But you should add it to your playlist. You know, that's the thing is like, you should appreciate... I appreciate all fans that are loving good music.
Yeah.
You know, not just one person.
Well, we got a little bit early. For you, is it kind of bittersweet, the taste where you're like, yo, I wanted you all to kind of wait. The teasers were leading up to a particular day, but then a couple of days it came out a little bit early.
Thankfully, the teasers were finished by the time it came out, and it wasn't so bad. I don't encourage leaks, but they do happen, and, you know, we just take certain precautions. We just want to roll out some magic for you. That's all. It's like your little brother coming into Christmas and opening up your present.
Time out for a second because I'm going to get to that in just a little while.
Because it's like,
I can promise
that
you.
was my Christmas present.
Yes.
I would...
1,000%. Oh my gosh. All right. We here with Saturday Night Online, we allow some of the Katy Cats to ask some of the questions. So I'm going to
Katy Cats, Katy
throw
Tigers.
these out here. You guys, you are some of the most fierce animals on the planet.
Yes, fierce
and I love
is a good word.
Very fierce. And Yolanda from area code 212, she texted in the question, wanting to know about your style. Thrift shopping or vintage, you know, for vintage clothes or high-end boutique? Because that jacket you got is kind of awesome.
Thank you. Yes, the one that I'm wearing in the single artwork that you see on iTunes, that's vintage as well. I go through so many different phases. Right now, I am wearing a velvet vintage Betsy Johnson.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
awesome.
and I'm wearing kind of this silver cowboy western belt. Right now, it's a little bit grungy, alternative, 90s, early 2000s. Okay. It's like Spice Girls meets Courtney Love.
At KatyCat456 on Twitter, tweeted in the question, VMAs, can you tell us if you're showing up or not?
Yes, it's announced. I am playing the VMAs.
There it is. Round of applause for that. Because we were so excited, not only for the massive event we have coming up in Vegas in a couple of months, but the
I'll
VMAs,
be on iTunes.
We're pumped for that.
Exactly. I'm very excited. I've had to keep that secret for a long time. Gosh, I gotta keep so many secrets. I know, personal
dude.
I'm here
to just let you lay it all out there, girl. You can lay it all. This is from Veronica Shelton off of Facebook. Who do you low-key creep on Twitter? You only follow like 100 and something people, but like who is that one person that tweets that you're like, oh my God, I was waiting for her or waiting for him?
Well, I love Lena Dunham's tweets.
Okay.
I love, she's from that TV show Girls, and she's really funny and relatable, of course, as she would because she writes that brilliantly relatable TV show. And my friend Allison Williams is on it, and I love that show. And then Diablo Cody, who's a really funny tweeter. My best friend Shannon Woodward, you got to check her out. I think you could just write Shannon Woodward in Google and she'll come up. But she's hilarious, too. So I follow a lot of funny girls.
Funny girls.
Yeah, I am.
Strong funny girls.
Strong funny girls I love. Bring it on.
All right. This is from Kristen from Philly, Facebooked in the question. She says she had a chance to smell the sample of Killer Queen in the September issue of Teen Vogue, right? Well,
good girl.
Is there? She's on it.
Good.
She's wanting to know can the Katy Cats expect a launch anytime soon?
Yes, they can. It's coming in conjunction with all the other things that are coming with this record, but the Killer Queen fragrance, which is the third fragrance in the family, and this is the third record, so there's kind of some symmetry, and I will be out there, and you'll be seeing me for promotions for that stuff. It's going to be big because I'm now under the umbrella of this big company named Coty, who's kind of brought me under their wing, and now I just have so much more to play with.
Here we go. Two more. I want to throw this one out from at Katy Have My Baby on Twitter.
Okay.
What's worse, Katy? What's worse? Looking down at your phone and seeing like 5%, or looking at your dashboard and seeing the check engine light?
It's definitely check engine, especially if I'm driving alone. But it's because I'm just like at the mercy of anyone. But I presumably have a full battery, so I can just call up one of my minions. I'm just kidding.
Well, lastly, before we let you get out of here, please let us know.
Them.
October 22nd, we get Prism.
Yes.
We are so stoked. We're seeing the gold truck roll around, even though it's banged and bruised a little bit.
No, it's actually, now she is all better.
She
went to the shop. I brought her back. And she is perfect now.
Let us please give a shout out to the driver of the gold truck. Who's particularly behind the wheel at any one time? Is there like one person that's like taking the reins the whole nine?
My driver is great. Unfortunately, it was a drunk driver that hit it.
No, not that. But who
like,
want to give some love?
Shout out?
No, to the person to your driver, the one who is actually driving the truck.
Parked in a parking lot of Walmart.
Yeah, not the d-bag that decided to be drunk and do that. No,
like,
your driver that's taking the
that
reins.
Gold on wheels. We do not condone drunk driving.
Not at all.
My driver is great. He's been fantastic, and they've just driven all across the country, stopping at all these national monuments. It's just been a really fun way and personal way to put out the message that there's a record coming, because whenever someone sees it on the road or parked or whatever, they tweet me and I tweet them back.
You're right there.
Exactly.
You are so connectable, so relatable, like we said earlier. You're just so you. And since the very first day we came in and did like some Dance Dance Revolution crap.
Thank
when
you.
we were like Vans Warped Tour, only girl on the Vans Warped Tour, you remain to be that same.
I was basically wearing the same thing on that tour.
The same young woman who has just allowed us to grow along with you.
Don't ask all the people that work really closely with me about that, though. They'll say something different.
They probably
I'm just kidding.
will. Not at all. Katy Perry, you're just one true, genuine, lovely woman.
The essential oils of myself will shine through in this record.
That means that I need to hug you a lot so they can just rub all over me. That's just what I'm saying. A Saturday Night Online, live with Romeo, exclusive with Katy Perry. Thank you, my love. You are the best.